Hey guys, Doubt here. I'm sure everyone's been seeing the meta multi-classing builds since they've been around for a little bit now. I was trying to do my own thing and mix Bard and Wizard. In Norms, it was working out fantastically, but almost every fight that I got into in High Roller, I lost. It's definitely partly due to skill diff because I haven't played Wizard a lot in months, so I'm not as used to the casting spacing as I should be. But there's a lot of builds currently that also just full on cancel out magic users. Take this fighter for example. He's wearing a bunch of plate armor. So in theory, he should be weak to magic and strong against physical attacks, right? I figured since I hit him with a decent amount of ignites and a decent amount of zaps that he would be able to be taken down here. But I was wrong, and I spectated after just to see what he had, and he had both anti-magic and Iron Will on. That brought him to a total of 40% physical damage reduction and 40% magical damage reduction. Everything I did, regardless of if I used magic or my rapier, was just tickling him. So I tried the wizard build a few more times, and it didn't matter if I had Ad Mage, if I had Will, or if I had True Mage. I was getting everyone down to like 20, 30 health and not being able to finish the kill before I died. So then I just said, you know what? If I can't beat them, let's just join them. Let's get to the build. I was contemplating running Slayer, Dual Wield, Robust, and Iron Will, but then I changed my mind and I just decided to go full defense with Robust, Rapier Mastery, Defense Mastery, and Iron Will. This brings us to about 45% PDR with Harmonic Shield and our Buckler out, and we also get 20% Magic Resist, which is just nice, flat stats thanks to Iron Will. On top of that, I'm also running Savage Roar, just so fighters, other barbarians, rogues will do even less damage to me. And I forgot to get my gear before the game, but this is midway through the first one. It didn't change throughout the entire video, so here it is. All right, so for this game, this is our starting location. We're on the bottom left of the map. Typically when I'm here, I go to Cave Troll. You could also go to Cyclops. Basically just run straight north and you'll eventually get to Cyclops room. Or if you're going to Cave Troll like I am, you're just gonna run straight west and you'll get there eventually. And just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna cut out until we get to Goblin Town, which is where the Cave Troll room is. All right, and for those of you who aren't used to bossing, but you might maybe want to start learning soon, this is the room that Cave Troll's in. So if you're ever here, know that other players are going to come here and be a little bit more careful. Underneath this room, there's two doors. One is where I'm running to now, and the other one is in the northwest part of this quadrant of the map. And Cave Troll's pretty easy. We're basically just gonna run in a circle to his left. After every attack, we have a window to attack him back. If he does his sideways swing, we're gonna hit his arm twice. I think I tried to do 3 times. You can if you have high enough dexterity, but I don't here. On his punch slam down, you can hit him 3 times in the head. And if he does his forward club slam, you can hit him twice in the head, sometimes 3 times. Again, that depends on your dexterity. Basically, if you do 2 swings after every attack, you're gonna be fine. All right, now that we got his basic attacks out of the way, he also has a much stronger slam. He'll pick up the hammer with both hands. When he does that, run away from him, because if you're too close, you're just gonna die. The only other thing that you really could see is his scream. If you're too far away from him, he will scream, and you need to get to his side. The scream is an AoE zone in front of him. If he hits you with it, you're gonna be slowed and he's gonna charge you. If that does happen, don't panic, put your weapon away, back up and jump. There's a chance you'll survive it. The problem that I run into with his charge attack is that sometimes it's low and you can jump it, and sometimes he does it mid-height. So I would just recommend trying to stay away from that as much as possible. And as long as you do that, this is a very easy fight. When you hear the gong, that's how you know you won. And those are definitely not bad riveted gloves with 1 resourcefulness, 3 fizz power, and 3 max health, so I'm gonna pick them up and stash them. Always check this door because if Cyclops was also defeated, there's a chance to have legendary and unique items in the next room. But Cyclops wasn't done, so I'm just going to get the chest and then start pulling from the gold pile. 2 Agi, 1 True Fizz definitely isn't a bad ring. That's also a really nice kettle hat. 3 will, 2 true match. While I was pulling this last time, I heard somebody open a door. So I'm trying to pick up everything that I can and run up to meet him at the door rather than being stuck down here in case it's a fighter or someone that I want to kite around. I heard haste and then I saw him using it, so I know that it's a wizard or some variant of wizard. So I'm just going to use my survival bow and try to get a few hits in and then take the fight into melee. And this guy is using a different form of meta build. He's using the cactus build. So me hitting him took half of my health away. If I didn't have Iron Will, I was dead there. And this guy was also very geared. I could care about AP and not pick up his gear, but I genuinely don't think I care right now. If I decide that I want to try to hit Demigod, I'll do it later. I get really bored just running around and looting, and doing bosses is fun, but I want this guy's stuff. And now that I'm ready to go, I just decided to check the cave troll to see if anybody killed it. Nobody did, so let's just get out of here. I did try to run around a little more to see if I could run into any other players, but nope, that was it. I tried to list everything relatively cheap to what it was, but I still wanted to make a decent amount of profit from it since it was good gear. And so I listed this Shadow Mask for 450 gold, the cape for 300, the legendary Phoenix Choker with max health for 400 gold, the Ring of Quickness for 425, the Ring of Resolve for 550, the Adventure Tunic with 3% max health bonus for 650. The Golden Gloves with 3 will for 625. And the Legendary Magic Staff for 725. And now we're on to game 2. I spawned on the top right quadrant of the map, so I'm deciding to run to Cyclops. I'm basically just going to be running straight east the entire way, and then when we get there, we get there. I was about to just run straight into Cyclops' room, but then I heard some pots being broken above me, and I decided to turn around and make sure I get these mobs off me and go take the fight first. This PDR feels so good. I got hit twice and didn't even lose 20 health. All right, and I know that the other player was breaking spider pots, so now that I'm healed on up, I'm just gonna head over there and see if we can take him down. All right, so we run into a plate fighter, and I think this guy probably has around 60% PDR considering how many times we hit him. But I made sure to open up with Savage Roar, and his response to that was just to hold his shield up and hope to survive because he's not going to be doing any damage to me while Savage Roar is active. And he has second wind going this entire time, so I'm just trying to hold off and see if we can get a prop pot, maybe a health pot going. But that was a big mistake, and we're down to 1 health. He is scared because he got Savage Roared again, and he doesn't know how weak I am. So I tried to get one more stab in, thinking that he's also low, but he starts throwing axes, so we need to dodge those. And the Skelly Champ actually finishes him off for us. So now all we need to do is deal with the Skelly Champ and we're good to go. The Buckler is amazing for this. If he does his upper swing, we're going to look up and to the left while blocking. If he does his underhand swing, we're going to look down and to the right. But before I do that, I just wanted to get confirmation that the other player was dead, and we got that. And I genuinely don't know if I was right to say 60% PDR, but looking at his gear, it was definitely really close. I think from everything that I picked up, I'm deciding to keep the heavy leather leggings and the necklace of peace because it had 3 add or 3 true. I don't remember. Other than that, I'm just going to list everything else to sell. Oh, and I gave the crossbow away too. All right, so now that that's done with, let's go take down Cyclops. Cyclops, in my opinion, is a little bit harder than Cave Troll. It's definitely not hard though once you get the mechanics down. You're just gonna run in a circle to the right instead of the left, and while doing this, you're just gonna get as many swings in as you can. Whenever he uses Petrify, there's gonna be a loud sound cue for it, and his eye gets colorful. We're gonna run to his side, just like the Cave Troll scream, except there's a shorter time to do so. And as soon as he does the animation, you're safe to come out and start hitting him again. When he does his rockfall, you wanna wait 1 second on the first slam down, and then you're gonna jump crouch, and the entire time you need to be hitting him. If you don't hit him, you won't make it through the phase. After every other slam, it's about a half second and you jump crouch. The reason that we're jump crouching is there's 2 different ways that the rocks falling can hit you. The first is they can fall and just slam down on your head, and if that happens, there's nothing you could really do about it. That's basically just RNG. But if you jump crouch, you're dodging the second way that it can hit you, which is the splash of the rocks hitting the ground. And what you saw right there is his charge attack also. When he does that, you jump the first 2 swings and then duck the third one. You can keep attacking or healing or whatever you need to do, all while doing that. And the last thing to really know about with Cyclops is that he has a stomp attack. The stomp actually has 2 radiuses on it. If you're too close to him, you just die. You need to get away. The second radius on it will actually knock you back and slow you. This isn't as big of a problem to deal with. You can still dodge all of the attacks. You just need to be a little bit more careful during that time. TLDR, if he stomps, just get away. I drank that prop pot completely by accident right there, by the way. All right, now that Cyclops is taken down, I'm deciding I'm just going to pull from the loot pile twice. This will just help me fill up the rest of my inventory spaces. Also, a Badger pendant from this chest with 3 will and 3 true magic damage on it. I'm definitely selling that. Alright, and now that we're full, I made it back to zone and then just ran around and cleared a bunch more mobs, was looking for other players. Again, didn't find anyone else, but that's completely fine by me. Let's just see what we got. Almost 300 gold from collectibles, not bad considering how much gear I picked up. I listed the 3 will, 3 true magic Badger pendant for $4.99. The epic armor PDR heater shield for $5.25. The epic ring of courage with 1 ad fizz for $3.50. And then a little bit later, the legendary arming sword for $4.50. The rugged boots with 3 ad move speed for $4.25. And lastly, the ring of vitality with 1 ad fizz for 300 gold. So basically, after swapping from my fun bard wizard build where I was losing money into the tank bard meta build, you don't actually see this tank bard build very often, but it's basically just the fighter meta build. We were able to make 7,000 gold roughly in 2 games. Sadly, there's a meta for a reason. Anyway, we're going to be ending the video here. So if you enjoyed the content, please just give the video a like, a comment, or consider subscribing to the channel. Anything and everything helps, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you who do it. Also, if you're wanting to join a community of people who like Dark and Darker and other video games like it, I'm going to have my community Discord channel linked in the description below. Feel free to click that, come by and say hey. And lastly, I hope that each and every one of you have a very great day, and I hope to see y'all next time. Peace.